Hi guys, my name is Nonema Digela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to answer one question that everybody could be having. Can a judge reopen the state case on his own? Short answer, no. Not without crossing into judicial overreach. South African criminal procedure sets clear boundaries. Number one, a judge cannot invent issues not raised by any party. A criminal trial is party-driven, not judge-driven. A judge is an arbiter, not a co-prosecutor. If the state closed its case and the defense is already leading evidence, the judge cannot suddenly raise new factual issues that neither side placed before the court. Doing so collapses the adversarial structure and taints the fairness of the proceedings. Number two, a judge cannot call state witnesses unilaterally. A court may call a witness mere motu on its own initiative, only in exceptional circumstances and only to clarify evidence already on record, not to supplement the state's weak case or to fix evidence that the prosecution failed to lead properly. Calling witnesses for the state, especially after closure of the state case and during defense testimony, fundamentally shifts the judge into the role of a litigant. This is incompatible with judicial impartiality. Thirdly, a judge cannot interrupt defense evidence midstream. Procedure is strict. The state, number one, state leads evidence. Two, state closes its case. Three, defense leads evidence. Four, defense closes its case. Five, argument, then judgment. Do you understand? Once the defense is on the stand, the focus is on leading defense evidence and state cross-examining defense witnesses. A judge derailing that process to reopen the state's case is unprecedented and undermines the accused's constitutional right to a fair trial. A judge cannot run his own parallel inquiry. A judge is not an investigator. He cannot create a new evidential trial, assemble missing pieces for the state, recall witnesses for the purpose of correcting contradictions, orchestrate a new theory of the case that effectively transformed the judge into the sixth prosecutor, something the Constitution suddenly or absolutely forbids. I beg yours. Absolutely for okay, let's start over. That effectively transforms the judge into the sixth prosecutor, something the Constitution absolutely forbids. So was it allowed? A court may reopen a case only when a party applies and only if the evidence is indispensable, could not have been obtained earlier with reasonable diligence, and does not prejudice the other side. None of these requirements allow a judge to act unilaterally. Why this is judicial overreach? When a judge interrupts a defense witness, disregards argument from both parties, and injects new evidence for the state, he collapses the separation between judge, prosecutor, and investigator. That violates Section 35, bracket 3, bracket, the right to a fair trial. Principles of judicial impartiality establish criminal procedure. This is overreach, full stop. And the bottom line, a judge cannot invent an issue not raised by any party, call state witnesses unilaterally, pause the defense testimony midstream, run his own parallel inquiry. That is not adjudication. That is active participation in the prosecution's case, and it undermines the entire integrity of the trial. So, in a nutshell, this means Judge Ratta just crossed a line. Crossed the line, the trial will never recover. He crossed a line there. South Africa today, we have to talk about these things. Something that is unprecedented, something that shakes the foundation of our criminal justice system, because what Judge Ratha Mokgoatlheng did in the Senzo Meyiwa trial is not just unusual. It borders on judicial overreach of the highest order. This isn't about me making commentary anymore. This is constitutionally emergency. We need to act on these things. We really need to act on these things. The question that changes everything is this: can a judge reopen the state case on his own? No application, no request, no procedural foundation, just the judge's personal decision. The answer is, in South African law, is clear: absolutely not. A judge cannot invent issues, call the state witnesses, derail defense testimony, or run a parallel investigation. But somehow that is exactly what we are seeing on the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Let me continue to break it down. We already mentioned the 4 steps. State needs evidence, state closes the case, defense needs evidence, state closes its case, then judgment. Only then do we move to arguments, and then only then we move to arguments and judgment after defense closes its case. But the moment the judge pauses a defense witness mid-testimony to order the recall of state witnesses, he shattered that structure like a glass. This is not judging, this is intervention, which is exactly what Judge Ratha did there. The law actually says, yes, a judge may call a witness miromuto on their own, but only to clarify existing evidence, not to plug gaps in the state case, rescue weak testimony, respond to public pressure, or manufacture new evidentiary trial. Once you start interrupting the defense to fix state mistake, you are no longer impartial. That is exactly what Judge Ratha is doing. He has become a participant, not a judge, which becomes the overreach that we are talking about. Let's say it plainly: reopening the state case during defense evidence is unheard of. Calling state witnesses unilaterally is unheard of. Introducing new issues no party argued is unheard of. You can't run a trial like a side quest where the judge becomes the 6th prosecutor. You can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that. This is a core violation. This move violates Section 35, bracket 3, bracket of the Constitution, the right to a fair trial, because fairness is not only about access to lawyers. It's about the judge staying in their lane. When the judge interferes, the balance collapses. The accused is no longer facing the state. They are facing the state plus the court. That is a fatal defect. The aftershock of it all was, wow, today was just a lot, okay? Today was just a lot. And now the entire trial stands on a knife's edge, because if the ruling is appealed, and it will be, an appealable court will ask, did the judge act beyond his power? Did the judge prejudice the accused? Did the judge abandon impartiality? And the answer will not be comfortable. Will not be comfortable. The real reason this is happening, this is not about Gwabini. This is just about witnesses. This is not just about witnesses. This is not just about procedure. This is about control. When a judge begins forcing the direction of evidence, it signals one thing: the court no longer trusts the state to prove its case legally and competently. No longer trusts. The Constitution protects the accused for a reason, not because they are saints, but because power must always be checked. And when that power is used to tip the scale, South Africans should worry, because today it's the Meyiwa trial. Tomorrow it could be any person standing before a court. Judicial overreach is not a technical issue. It is a threat to the credibility of our entire justice system. What Judge Ratha did will be studied for years, but the consequences may be felt for may be felt for decades. Because what Judge Rata did, guys, unheard of. Unheard of. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Please drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Bye-bye.